Hello, my name is Robert Gronowski. Today I'm going to be talking about creating a grant on Grants.gov for the NIH, the USDA, or the Department of Energy. Grants.gov is the page that all three of these agencies use as their primary mechanism for submitting a grant. If all of your documents are complete, it takes a while to complete all of the forms on Grants.gov, so you should not put it off till the last minute. I would allocate at least 4 to 6 hours to enter all of your data on Grants.gov, maybe more if it's your first time. You can go to www.grants.gov and you will need the following information. You will need the UIEI that you got from SAM.gov, the company's EIN from the IRS, an SBC code from the SBIR.gov webpage, a previous Grants.gov registration, and an account capable of using the workspace. Once you have logged into Grants.gov, you will see as you are brought to a page that looks something like this, and there is a search window at the upper right-hand corner where it asks you to enter a keyword. If you do not enter a keyword and click go, you will get all of the current grants that are on Grants.gov, which can be quite a few given the time of year. As you can see, I did not enter any keywords, and I got over 2,500 grant hits when I said go. Going back, you should, if you have a PA number or a opportunity number, entering that is the best way to find the grant that you need to go to. Otherwise, keywords can help you narrow down your search. I've entered a PA number for an NIH grant here. And as you can see, it will show that PA number in the keywords window on the second page. When you click go, the opportunity number will also appear here, which you can click on to open this page, the grant opportunity page. On the grant opportunity page, you will see information about the grant. You will have the opportunity to download the package if you wish to, or view related documents. But the way to apply for a grant is to click on the apply button in red on the upper right-hand corner. If you do not have a workspace set up on Grants.gov, the apply button will be grayed out and it will not be available. Make sure you have a workspace set up. And in order to do that, you may want to watch our other video about registration for Grants.gov. Once you hit the Apply Now button, it will bring you to this window, which has 2 forms fields at the bottom of the page that you need to complete before you can continue. You need to select the profile. This is your Grants.gov profile that you're going to be using, and you need to put in an application filing name. Once you do that, this Create Workspace button at the bottom of the page will no longer be grayed out. You can click Create Workspace to begin working on your grant application. That will bring up the Manage Workspace page. The Manage Workspace page has a navigation pane across the top where you can navigate between various aspects of the grant. Grant forms will appear on the lower left-hand corner, and grant form actions will appear in the lower right-hand corner. This is a close-up of the forms that would be required for an NIH grant. Some of these forms may not be required for a USDA or DOE grant, but these are the forms that would be required for an NIH grant. We're going to look at the SF424 grant, which is the cover page. And first, as you can see, when you click on it, there are form fields in the main body of the window that you can complete. And there is a navigation pane on the left-hand side of the window that you can move between the questions that need to be completed. At the bottom of the page, there are 3 function buttons: Save, Check for Errors, and Close. And you can use those whenever needed to save the page or to close the page and open them in a different form. When you are adding an attachment to the form, you will always see something that looks something like this. This is a form. This is an attachment form field that appears on the SF424 page. For the NIH, you can have a cover letter, and you would just click Add Attachment right there, and that will bring up a search window for your computer where you can choose the PDF file that you wish to upload. And remember, it must be a PDF file. It cannot be a doc or a Word document or other type of file like that. It must be a PDF. And then you would just click Open, and your PDF will appear in the cover letter attachment field. If you change your cover letter later after you have uploaded it and you want to replace it with a new one, you just need to click Delete Attachment, and a little box will open up asking you if you are sure that you want to delete the attachment. You would click OK, delete the attachment, and then repeat the process that we just went through to upload a different attachment. When you finish working on a form, you click Save at the bottom of the main form on the form buttons, and you will get a little box that says Form Successfully Saved, and then it will ask you if you want to unlock this form. If you are the only person working on the forms, you do not need to unlock the form. However, if you are working with someone else on your forms, you will want to unlock your form as you complete each one so that the other person can open them and access those form fields as well. Now you can see we have started our SF424 form, and it will say in progress on the main page. Once you finished it, it will say passed, and it will tell you the time and date that it was last worked on. Opening the research and related other project information, you can see that there's some questions about human subjects or vertebrate animals. Later on down the page, there are some additional attachments. Project narrative is where you would put the main document for a USDA or DOE grant. Project narrative is a minor attachment at the NIH. It's just a 3-sentence summary of your project. But the bibliography, the facilities, the equipment, and the abstract are required by all of the granting agencies. Project performance site locations is a window where you will enter the name or place of the project's site. This could be the small business, or it could be the university partner. The senior key personnel profile page will begin by pre-filling some of the information from the SF424 if that first page has been completed, and you can fill in the rest of the fields as you see fit. A biographical sketch is required by all agencies, so you will need to add those attachments using the standard add attachment methodology that we discussed earlier. If you need to add additional personnel to your grant, additional senior key personnel, just click on this Add Profile button in the lower right-hand corner, and you will be able to add additional personnel to your grant. Remember that all personnel will require a biographical sketch. For your budget and information, the top of this screen will be completed by the information put on the SF424 page, and then you will complete your budget by filling out the rest of the information. We're not going to go into creating a budget because there are additional videos on how to create a budget at the ERA Commons. That is an identical process to we're creating a budget on Grants.gov, so I'm not going to go into that today. The research plan page only appears for NIH grants. It is not used for USDA or DOE grants. As you can see, it requires you to put in a research strategy. That's the main document for an NIH grant. And you will also have to add a specific aims document, even though that is not a requirement according to the form. It also has some additional forms that you can add. These are optional for the NIH, but if you have, say, for example, multiple PIs, you will need a multiple PI leadership plan. On the SBI or STTR information form, you will need to check which agency you are applying to. If you are applying to the NIH, you will choose HHS because that stands for Health and Human Services. That is the governing body that is over the NIH. And you will not choose other and put in NIH underneath that. That's just incorrect. As you can see, I've completed that, and I have included an SBC control ID from the Small Business Administration. You get this ID number from the SBIR.gov website, where you will log in or register and receive the SBC control ID right away. It takes just a few minutes to obtain one. Going back to the main screen, we're going to look at this validation navigation pane again. As you can see, there is an attachments tab where you can see all of the attachments that you have put into your forms. It has a participants tab where you can see who is allowed to work on this form in Grants.gov. It has an activity pane where you can see who has worked on what, when, and how long they spent on each one. And it has a validation pane where you can check your grant to see if it's valid for uploading. That is how to create a grant at Grants.gov. Additional videos in this series will include obtaining an EIN from the IRS, registration at SAM.gov, Grants.gov, the ERA comments, Research.gov, and DSIP, which is the Department of Defense. And then we will have additional videos on uploading documents to DSIP and uploading documents to Research.gov. If you are interested in more information, you should definitely check out the WisconsinCTC.org page, the Learning Opportunities page. They have lots of videos on SBIRs, STTRs, small business management techniques, and so very much more. So it's a chock full of information. You should definitely head over there and see what they have that might interest you today. Once again, my name is Robert Baranowski. It's been my pleasure to present this information to you today, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thank you.